Good evening, everybody. It is January the 31st. It is the first class for February, so that I can actually take off in March. Not going to explain all that. Tonight, you're going to need a pair of sliders. If you have carpet, you can use a couple of pieces of slick paper, or if you've got some paper plates, that'll work just fine. And if you are on linoleum, tile, or hardwood floor, then you would use a pair of washcloths. Or if you have a pair of furniture movers or these handy dandy sliders that you can get online, or that you may have gotten from me at some point, they're slick on one side and cloth lined on the other so that they can go on top of either surface. So we're going to use those. If you don't want to use the sliders at all, you can totally opt out of that, because what we're doing will allow you to do so. You'll need a band for arms, a band for legs, and a pair of weights. We're going to start off with the sliders in front of us, but we're going to sit on the chair. So let's do this. Let's start with the right thumb. Right into the chair. Go ahead and put your toe box on there and get the sliders set where you want them to be. But then take your feet off, and we're just going to start by slow and slow, because we want to warm up. So you're going to bring the hands, and as you get warmed up, you can lengthen your arms, lengthen your legs. Arch it up, bring it down. Four, three, two, one. Now, put your feet on these sliders, pull them in a little bit. If you've got bare feet, you're going to have a little bit of control issue, but this is about the gripping. So you're simply going to use the sliders. And out, and in, out, and in. So set control. Now that your toes are involved, now let's push out front. So you're still going up with the arms, you're taking your legs out front, go at a little bit of diagonal. And out to the side. Out and in. Make sure you're rotating through that shoulder girdle, up and down. Bring it all. 4, 3, 2, bring it in right here. 1. So you're just doing one side and the other. The trick is to keep the toe and the knee in the same plane. Don't try to drag your ankle out any further. Now, if you're wanting a little extra workout on your arms, this is where you can pick up your weights, and you would just keep them right here in the same position. Arms relaxed and down. Okay? Just keep them nice and low. You're not going to try to press and raise them. You're just going to hold them right here at the shoulder girdle. Just open and close. You're really working on this part. So from that hip, and then flex the shoulders back. Weights or no weights. Flex, 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 flex. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And done. Side of the end. All right. I don't have my thing written up here like I normally do. Pick up your weights. All right. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So when you lift, you're going to go here. Weights just behind your ears. Elbows down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if that's too far, then don't take them that far. Because the biggest thing I want you to do is once you've gone into the curl, then lift the elbows and down and down. Kind of gets into the upper part of the abs when you lift the elbows up with those weights. One more of these. And down. So we're going to go to chicken wing position. We're going to go out, in, and V. And up, and out, and in, V, and up. Now notice that out, you're not really doing any other lifting other than where your arms already are. You're going to open, close, down, and up. Last one. Open, close, and down. Put your weights down and pick up the band for your arms. Go ahead and take that to your forearms. So whether it's at your wrist or closer to your elbow, it does not matter. Open and close, open and close. Now your shoulders are in and down and relaxed. Open and close. Do a little pulse, pulse out, pulse in, pulse out, and in. And in. You want to have that nice long neck at this point. And you can just kind of do a little bit of tension relief. Out and in, out and in. So going forward. My arms are not completely straight. There's still a little bit of a bend. We're working at the top of the bicep brachii here. Double and in double, double and double, and down and in, and down and in, out and in, out and in. So you hear where you do want to straighten up, really do get that neck nice and long, shoulders down, don't let them crawl up towards your ears because they want to, here and here, here. And fold it up. Now, we're going to adjust it so it is at the wrists and go back down to the bottom and turn your fingers so your pinkies are pointing out and in, out and in. So, once you kind of get used to that press, pay attention to what your shoulder blades are doing. The shoulders that are doing that movement, roll and in, roll back and in, back and in, back and in. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and push it up right above head level like you're doing Mickey Mouse ears. Ear and in. Ear and in. Ear and in. Make sure you're breathing. If you're pulling stuff down, you want to be able to control. That's what we control this with the arm. 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right. Roll the shoulders. Roll the shoulders. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put the band for legs on. So go ahead and sit down, put that up at thigh level. Everything is in my chair. Again, you can adjust whether you want it at your thighs or if you want it below your knees. If you've got knee issues, you might want to take it above your thighs because you're not pulling on the joint as much. A lot of times when I'm working below my knees, I take it to the widest part of my calves so that it's bracing there instead of closer to the knee joint. A lot of it's about comfort. We're going to be doing hip hinges. We're going to be practicing our hip hinge pause because we really want that. All right. Okay, go ahead and stand up. We'll go into our next one. All right. Chair not necessary. We all know how to do this. Feet are hip width apart. Make sure your weight is evenly distributed between your toe box and your heel. Toes lifted up if you can, if you want to. All right, let's just keep our spine in good position. Let's roll our bouquet right down Head and neck at neutral, so you're looking out that 45. Your lumbars are not being aggravated. Pulse and down. So what we're going to do, you're going to pulse down, you're going to pulse and up. So it's a quick into it. Pulse and up. Pulse, stop and up. Stop and up. Stop and up. So you really have to make that clinch. Stop and up. Stop and up. Stop and up. This is where the hinges will now become our worst nightmare. So let's make this one a good one for Nina. Say it later. Pulse and up. Stop and up. Stop. Come up and breathe. Little hips. Little hips. Widen your stance if you want to. Make sure when you widen your stance, your knees go with you. Okay. Here we go. Push back. Again, we're going to go a little lower and halfway up. Stop and 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 up. Stop. Stop. Make that pause. Take a pause. Good. This is where you can really put some burn into it because you're having to stop and up. Come up. Little hula. Nice breath. Pinch it down, and we're just going to go into our up and down pulse to end it out. So there's no stopping. It's just up and down and up and down and up and down. And you can feel the difference between the stopping out and the up and down. It's the same thing. You got a little difference. It's a big difference. All right. Where are we now? Go ahead and pick up your weights. Okay. Go back into our wide stance here with our knees slightly bent and your hips slightly tucked. Shrug your shoulders into good position. Reach. And up. Reach. So this one is about being mindful of your spinal alignment. With your hips tucked, you should be able to go very far because your spine is really staying in good space. So don't lean your shoulders too far forward, out of alignment. We're just working and warming up this part here. Let's do 2 more. All right, bring your hips back to normal. And let's go into our just tick tock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. That's weird. Bring it here. And tick, tock, tick, tock. 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn your weights out. They don't need to be moving, so hold them steady. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, put one leg down. Hold this guy right above head level. And I want you to flip it so your thumb is out. So your fingers are rolled back. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press up. However tall you think you can go without wavering. Okay, here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, bring that down. You can take it off. Oh no, you can't take it off. She lies so much. But take it to below your knees. I know. Why, Patrece? Why are we doing this? We're going to do some cardio, it's hopping cardio. So feet are apart, and you're simply going to do a little hop to the side, back to center, hop to the side. Now, I am not going to count this. You can figure out a pattern that works for you. Hands open, good arm movement. Does not have to be long because you're not doing a long jump. Just a little hoppity hop. I mean, if you want it to be here, here, and here, like less than 3 inches the whole way, go for it. It's that movement up. That's the pattern. Out, in, shake it out. Now, be mindful of what's behind you. Let's do a 10 count of forward, middle, back. Ready? Forward, middle, 1. And up. Forward, middle, 2. And up. Forward, middle, 3. Up. Forward, middle, 4. Forward, middle, 5. Forward, middle, 6. Forward, middle, 7. Forward, middle, 8. Forward, middle, 9. Forward, middle, and 10. Sit down. All right. Here, 2, 3, 4. Keep your midline straight and just move your legs. So, shoulders aren't turning, hips aren't really going. Just trying to get your legs over. Okay? So keep your hands kind of right here. Keep your hips from turning. You'll feel them. Turning would be like this, okay? Don't do that. Keep yourself straight. You can see yourself in your own monitor. That's what you're doing. Now, you can take it off, I promise. Because we're using sliders, and we're not doing sliders and bands at the same time. All right. We're going to do lunges with a step through. So you really only need one at a time. So whichever foot you decide to start with, let's everybody start with your left foot. It makes it easier. You're simply going to step through, make sure the back heel is touching, and you're leaning into your front knee, and then step back so your back heel is touching again. And because you're having to drag your foot, your toes are engaged in a way that they're not normally engaged in. So no, whoops, just like that. We'll go through half of the song and then we'll switch into the other side. So, your planted foot, the heel never comes up. And your moving foot, always want to make sure you touch heel and back. Let's do 2 more passes here. This one, forward and back. And then come up and switch. All right, here we go. Or not. That's me. My poor old sliders got beat up by a bunch of little 10-year-olds. Good. So you want to focus, good posture, heel stand, solid heel on one side, and a planting heel in the back. On your slide, a lot of leg work. It always is a lot of leg work. But this is essentially a one-legged balance, which is frictionless movement. And done. All right, put that out of the way. Pick up your weights. We're going to add weights to this next move. We're just going to do a simple side lunge and our chicken wing. All right. So remember, when you step into your side lunge, you want to be square over this knee, pushing into this cheek. So you're going to go here and here. So you want to focus on the inside of the leg. Okay. I'm going to hold my weights at my hips for the moment so that you can see my weights are not actually involved in what we're doing. I'll let you know when you add the arms. You want to get that long stretch in there and that good lunge on that outside leg. Sitting into that quad. The further your hips go back, the more out of your knee you're going to be. All right. We're going to do about 4 more before we add weights. 2, 3, and 4. All right, you'll simply do a chicken wing in the direction you're going. Here, so it does not interfere with what you're doing. You sit back, make sure that elbow and that weight is back. It's not in front of you. So when you go back with your hip, all that weight stays in that same area. Good. All right, let's put our weights down and just go to wide stance. Sit into your hip hinge, and we'll do a little bit of our skater. So hands low. So you're going to press into that one side and up. Press into that other side and up. So I'm not just bending at the hips. I'm pressing back to that same hip. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Made it easy for us there. Pick up your band for arms. All right, we're going to do bow and arrow. So some people have issues with hands and bands, wrist and bands. So you're going to hold the band in your left hand, and then you're going to make your fist where your fingers are running long like this, and then drape the band over your knuckles right here, okay? So that you can keep your wrist straight. See how my wrist is straight? And you're pulling across the line of your wrist. So don't let your wrist break. Keep those fingers out. And we're just going to go here, step back with our left foot, pull with our left arm. 1, 2, 3. Now, if you need to modify, 4, feel free to do so. 5, if something else is more comfortable. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep it right here. And you're simply going to swing that arm this way. Bring this elbow up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you're going to bring it here, swing it back, and bring it down. Roll those shoulders. All right, again, this does take the pressure out of squeezing your hands together if you've got arthritis or, like I said, finger issues or wrist issues. Keeping that strong wrist. Band in your palm. Create your fist with your knuckles and your fingers safely out. Step back to that right foot this time. Straight forward with the arm and pull back. 1, 2, that's what it looks like sideways. 3, I'm pulling right to my chest. 4, 5, 6, my wrist is nice and straight. 7, right down the line. 8, 9, 10. From this position, I'm just simply going to take my arms across with the elbow. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Return forward and down. Roll your shoulders. So back to first position. So where we had the band in our left hand. Now hold it any other way, whatever way you want to. Go forward and let's do 3. 1, 2, 3. That should give you an idea of what works better for you. Same here. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to switch. So step back with this one. Right up front. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, if you're like me, I had it hooked over my thumbs. My wrist was still straight, but it put a lot of pressure right through here. So I know for me, that worked a little better. Some people like to put it here, but make sure when you do that, you're not breaking your wrist by doing this or by doing this, okay? Let's just turn our hands and press and back in. So I'm taking my big flat combs and taking them out like this, so think fish gills or fish fins. Fins start here, and they just press out a little bit. Just presses across your palms. Works very well. And done. All right, we're back on our chair. We're gonna have our weights and our sliders. So go to ab position. You got the sliders on your feet. Take your toes out just beyond your knees. All right. Weights resting here. So your toes are on the sliders, and I want you to lift your heels. Right? We might not move the sliders, but your heels are up. So that changed everything. You probably felt that little change right through there. So put your heels down. You feel the relaxation. Lift the heels, and you feel how it kind of tightens up a little bit. All right. Let's go from our 90 to our 80, 75 maybe. You probably feel that tightening here. All right. Let's just do our little tiny pulse right there. Don't go any further than where you feel it. Now, if you've worked out like I have, I'm really getting a lot quicker than I would normally. Let's bear it down. But we're going to shift it so that we're getting that low one here in a minute. All right. Now hold, and you're going to open, close, pulse, back, open, close, pulse, back, open, close. Basically, you sit up to almost 90, back to 70, open, close, pulse, back, open, close. Be mindful of what you're feeling through here. You want to feel that grip, open, close, open, close, up, back, open, close. Let's come up. Let your weights rest right here. So you're going to hold them in this position. You're going to go back, open, close, up, back, open, close, up, back, open, close, up, back, open, close. The further you can roll your weights out towards your knees, the more your legs are going to get into it. But you got to relax your arms. Close. Not enough that you're going to drop your weights, mind you. Open, close, back, open, close, back. Let's just open, close. Sitting there, and that's where you're going to feel it start to work right here. All right, go ahead and roll those hips forward, belly button towards your thighs. Let your back relax just a smidge. All right, just make sure I'm on the correct song. Yep. All right. Go ahead and pull your feet in with your sliders. We're going to use those. right, toes up on the sliders. Take them out and long. Once you get there, let your heels plant. And then hold on to the back of your chair. Roll the hips forward. Let the shoulders roll back. You may have to make several adjustments. Because your back needs to be in good position. It should not be arched. Your neck can be craning forward to relax that, but everything else should be in good position. And bring it up. You're going to bring your feet in, your toes in right near the edge of the chair so that you're in your ankles. Now, the trick here is don't lean forward too much. You're just leaning forward enough to tuck your shoulder blades in. You don't lose your balance. And take your legs forward. Switch to your heels. So your heels are on the slider. They're much less cooperative with your heels. All right. Hold on to the chair. Roll those hips forward. That's hard. And back. Open with the heels. Slide this one in. You can bring it to toes right here. So your heel here, toe here, and just turn your shoulder and lean it down towards your toes. Bring this shoulder in line with the hip. Okay? Make your nice straight line. Think for Michael Flatley, go to the next right here. You stretch right through here. You got a balance point. Make sure you're looking at your fingers. And let's bring it up. Slide this heel in. And then this toe out. You're going to lean this, turn this shoulder, lean it down, make sure the shoulder's in line. Slide it. And then look at that hand. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. All right, let's make circles. 2, 3, just stretch out through there. 4 and 5. Bring them right here between. Push them out just a little bit. Take your legs to 45. Adjust your hips. Hands. Roll those hips forward. Roll your body right through here. Head and neck at neutral. Doing the lower back, spine, hips, inner thighs. You can put your left hand on one of the sliders, fingertips, palm, whatever you can do. And you're going to press forward, let your back just stretch through here. Take it out by your toes. Come back in and back to home place. Get the hand back up. And let's take the right hand down, fingers or palm, whatever you can do. Press it forward, out, back up, and in. Switch out. Let's do the right hand, left hand again. Forward, out, up, and let's go back just a little bit. So you may have to turn your palm to go into the chair. That's fine. Come back to home. Switch your hand. Right hand. You're gonna go up, out, back to the top, and you're gonna slide under. Turn your palm so you can go under here, and then come back to home. Hands on your thighs. Make sure you got that belly button tucked. Adjust your shoulders so that you're rolling up with your shoulders and your back in your position. Slowly let everything come and stack back up here. Move those seat bones to get that stack back in line. We're going to do an exercise with our earlier today. So you're going to grip your elbows. And you're going to turn your arms from side to side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring up shoulder level. We'll just do an 8 count this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Open it up. Let's sweep. And up. And down. Up. And down. All righty. Well, that's the end of our workout. Thank you for joining us. I will catch you next time, and we'll chat after this pause.